Okay, hey guys, welcome back to this channel. In this video I'm going to talk about, I guess, what you should do while you're driving for Uber. So if you are doing this full-time or you're thinking of doing this full-time, have a think about how you can get out of this, because Uber, I guess, driving for ride sharing, and I suppose you gotta look at this as this is a temporary measure before your next step. It's a side hustle, or this is a temporary measure because you probably quit your job or you haven't been working for a while. But you gotta look at this. This is not for it's not forever. So I started driving for Uber because I didn't like my job. So that was my side thing, and then I realized to myself, well, this thing is only temporary. I mean, there's only so much you can do going around the city over and over again, driving on the same street, and then you probably end up getting bored of the same conversation. So, and with the algorithm being changed, and there's a lot more competition, not just Uber being the main player now. You gotta look at this. There's gonna be a lot of stress that you're putting yourself into, especially if you don't have a passenger. I mean, you don't get paid. So yes, they did put down, in all of the ride sharing, I guess, the same business model, as in you can drive whenever you want, you can earn money whenever you want. But if you're doing this full time, sometimes you get really stressful when you don't have a passenger. So I would suggest starting to do something on the side, or trying to step out driving for Uber when you can. I mean, it's great for a side. I mean, now these days, because I actually found like other mean of income instead of just Uber. This is a lot more easier now when I don't rely on income from Uber as much. It's a lot more fun now because I don't put a lot of pressure on myself to earning money, because you do in this gig, let's say, you got to be really motivated to go out there and earn money. And some people, they would prefer their 9-to-5 job or their office job because it's a lot more easier, because you can take a sick leave day off but you still get paid for it. Whereas in this, you don't. Excuse me. In here, the gig is simple. You don't work, you don't get paid. You don't turn on the app, you don't get, you don't pick up a passenger, you don't get paid. So that's the gig that you're in. So obviously, the more passenger you get on, the more pay you get. But your pay is actually being capped. What I don't like about driving for Uber, your pay is being capped on an average of about $25 to $30 an hour. Maybe you'd be lucky getting about $35-40 an hour, and even that alone, it's not as consistent. There's a lot. There are days out there that are only earning about $10 an hour, and I remember that. There are hours out there and like, oh my god, my hourly rate is only $10 an hour. What am I doing? So you're gonna have those days as well. So you gotta treat this as a side hustle or side income. You gotta figure out a way to get out of driving. Maybe not as quickly as possible, because I remember back in the days and I'm thought to myself, this is the best thing on earth. And then when you look into it a little bit deeper, I guess they're not gonna look after you if you have an accident. If your car is not on the road, if your account is not active, then you don't get paid. If you don't pick up passenger, you don't get paid. That's a simple fact. But you gotta look at it, find other means of getting an income. Yes, you can take a holiday whenever you want, but at the same time, you don't get paid if you take a holiday. So you're on contract base. You work, you get paid. You don't work, you don't get paid. So find other means of how you can earn an income. This is a great way for you to to figure it out. I've found my side hustle, well, my other mean of an income. So yeah, whatever it is, try to figure it out. Get out of the driving. The other way I look at it is this, right? This is the only platform that I know of. Like, if you don't like, what I like about it is this: if you, for example, if you work in the office, sometimes you have this monotonous, I guess, meeting or reporting that you don't really care about. And to me, and it feels meaningless. Whereas this, between passengers, I don't feel guilty doing my administration to my side hustle, my like figuring out what I need to do, and that's what I love about it. Like sometimes when somebody drops me off very far away, like I'll sit there for about half an hour to an hour or something, and I just do I do a few things, do other things aside from Uber related. So, and that's what I like about it. I like the fact that I can do that. I like the fact that I can, the fact that I can stop, and if I need to focus on something, make a personal phone call, I don't have to worry about my boss hassling me. Yeah, find a way to find other means aside from just driving. This place, if you this platform like it, if you want to, you can build a business on it. So I've seen other drivers out there that this is the one place that you can tap on customer. So a couple of stories that I've seen is like a jeweler, instead of opening up a shop, he just drive for Uber and sell his jewelry in there. A photographer, instead of him again opening up a shop, it's a free market, I guess a free customer for you to market your product. A real estate agent trying to sell their houses. And you talk about that conversation while you're in a car. Sometimes it's sort of like cold calling, but not really. Because you know, if they engage conversation with you, great, then you can engage the conversation and maybe it can lead you to something. Now, believe me or not, like I got job offers about 3 or 4 times in this car, and I took one of the job offer and I never regretted it. So all because I had like having a conversation with them. They like me who I am, and they asked me, guys, well, do you want to get a job? It was like a free interview. And that's how I look at it. So it's a good thing for this because of that. I mean, think about it, right? If you have a let's say 20 passengers a day, like, yeah, right, some of them don't want to talk to you, a certain percentage doesn't want to talk to you, some of them talk to you in a short burst, but if you keep, and you do about 100 passengers a week, so there's an opportunity in there for you to tap with those passenger and maybe, you know, create other opportunity of income instead of just driving. I got a job offer in about 10,000 rides. I got 4 job offers, so that might be an idea for you guys. Like I said, this is great for that. You can sell your products in here. I've seen people actually, like when I become a passenger, I've seen people put down their marketing stuff on in the car, laying around. They brand their car to them. So, you know, like the car seat, for example, they put down their logo and whatever their product and services, a couple of flyers here and there, a couple of cards. So yeah, this is an opportunity for you to step up, I guess. If you have a side business, it's a good way. But if you just want to drive, then just drive, but make sure this is on a temporary measure. Anyway, that's just my 2 cents again today. Don't forget to subscribe, comment, and I'll see you guys in the next video.